Like the edginess was back then, right? That was edgy humor, edgy content. People were doing that back then, right? With everything that's going on in modern times, like or at least the add-on, the addition to that edgy content is kind of gonna be like, man, don't make me diddy you. Hey, I'm gonna throw a party on some Diddy shit, bro. You in? Hey, I'm trying to throw a Diddy party, man. Invite all the girls. We ain't gonna tell them what's in the liquor. That'll kind of be like the new edgy type of shit. Do you guys know who D'Angelo is? I don't. But like I'm pretty sure I've heard of them being involved in some sort of controversy before. But I'm not really sure. I can't really recall what that controversy was. But apparently, they need to be stopped. So we're gonna find out why, just why, why does D'Angelo need to be stopped? And this video is by the YouTube channel Sensitive Society. So as always, link to the video, link to the channel will both be in the description below. So be sure to check it out. Let's get it.
True story, I was chilling in my multi-trillion-dollar mansion and I got word that D'Angelo Wallis dropped a video called Fellas. It's a racist to call out misogyny, and the thumbnail has Tyler, the Creator, which is one of my favorite artists.
Wait. Is it racist to call out misogyny? Is it racist to call out misogyny? What does race have to do with misogyny? If you don't know what misogyny is pretty much the hate of women, like to hate women. And let me just make sure I'm getting the actual definition. So I can quote you quote the definition. Hatred or mistrust of women. That's the actual definition. Hatred or mistrust of women. And side note, a lot of people don't know about this, but there is a word called misandry, which is literally the opposite of misogyny. It's what most women, not all women, chill out, calm down. Not all women, but it is what a lot of women show towards men. Like if you ask a woman, would you rather, be stuck in the woods with a bear or a man? And they say the bear, that's low key misandry. It's hatred or mistrust of men. But anyway, back to what I was saying. What does race have to do with misogyny? Nothing. Like I don't see a connection there.
Racist to call out misogyny, and the thumbnail had Tyler, the Creator, which is one of my favorite artists ever. I've had the privilege to see him live, so I guess you could say, yeah, I like Tyler, the Creator. So I was intrigued, and whether you like Tyler or not, that's completely irrelevant here. You don't have to be a tier 3 simp like myself to get it. It's just a bad video, and it's not an opinion, it's a fact.
And I know it's your opinion, but your opinion's wrong.
And I want to say this before all the D'Angelo Wallis fans come after me and call me things, report my video, and dox my whole family, because I dare to have an opinion on this. I have no problem with D'Angelo Wallis. Am I a fan? No. As a matter of fact, I just remember this. 2 months ago, he was getting called out and Twitter canceled. I fucking hate that word, Twitter canceled. I made a video, I defended him. I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. And something that I noticed about him lately is that he always tries to have the moral high ground, and it's just, in my opinion, getting a bit pretentious and annoying. Just to give you some context and catch you up to speed, Tyler, the Creator.
So is it like so what I'm getting from this so far is that they have a god complex, maybe? Like having this moral high ground, or believing that you have this moral high ground and trying to take things from that point of view. It feels like a god complex.
Released an album that's doing crazy numbers. He dethroned Taylor Swift off a list on Spotify. Taylor Swift fans didn't like that. They started calling him things, slurs, just being extremely racist.
What?
And then Tyler responded to racist Taylor Swift fans by saying this.
Swifties all mad at me with their racist bringing up old lyrics. Go listen to Tron Cat. I don't give a. They gonna bring out the old me.
They're gonna bring out the old me, he says. Go listen to Tron Cat, he doesn't care.
Now, you don't need to be a Tyler, the Creator fan to know that he's joking around. He's not being serious. He's not gonna go back to 2011 Tyler, the Creator. And in case you guys don't know, back in 2011, when Tyler was 19, he was saying some pretty insane stuff. Out of pocket. Do I like early Tyler, the Creator? Yeah, he has some bangers. He's evolved so much over the last almost 15 years. So essentially, they're trying to get him or cancel him because of old lyrics from an album called Goblin. And if you listen to the first fucking track, this is one of the lines. Okay, guys, you caught me. I'm not a fucking rapist or a serial killer. I lied. And then the voice tells him this. You just want attention. You'll be fine. Then Tyler says, I tried too hard, huh? Because it was this character. Think of it as Slim Shady. Edgy, dark, I'm gonna kill you, kill your wife, and kidnap the kid, and just crazy. 2011. This was almost 15 years ago, guys, okay? Almost 2 days.
Bro, like those were like the edginess was back then, right? That was edgy humor, edgy content. People were doing that back then, right? With everything that's going on in modern times, like or at least the add-on, the addition to that edgy content is kind of gonna be like, man, don't make me diddy you. Hey, I'm gonna throw a party on some Diddy shit, bro. You in? Hey. I'm trying to throw a Diddy party, man. Invite all the girls. We ain't gonna tell them what's in the liquor. That'll kind of be like the new edgy type of shit. At least that's why I see people going with that. With, hey, can I have a party? You want to come through?
Decades ago, and people are still bringing this up when he's addressed this an infinite amount of times, and he's grown so much as an artist. And that's my biggest problem with this video. This guy doesn't get the full context nor the full information of the stuff he's about to call out. It's not.
And for some reason, it seems like people can't or have problems letting the past go. Yes, people can change over time, but it depends on the person and it depends on what the change is. Now, when I get Tyler was doing some edgy content back in the his younger days, but obviously with his new music, you can see the change in him. You can see that shit, and so for people to still bring up that old stuff, it's not like he was still doing that 2 months ago or a year ago. That's when he was like around 19 or something. People are still trying to bring up that old shit just to make it seem like he's still that same person, when he's obviously changed and he's shown the change. So I don't get it, man. When people, I'm gonna say this, I'm not gonna regret saying this, but since we're talking about Swifties or whatever their names are, you know how women will bring up an argument or something that you did, something that the man did years ago? They will bring that shit up during an argument out of nowhere. It's like it could have been like 10 years ago, and she would like, yeah, well, you 10 years ago you looked at another woman's ass as she bumped when she accidentally bumped into you, and it's like, bitch, what? What the fuck? So this is pretty much Swifties just being Swifties. Just being women. Y'all know you do that. Y'all know, don't look at me like that. You know you do that. Shit.
Not him directly, it's a character, it's an exaggeration of himself, it's an alter ego, if you will. It does seem like he's just making this video to make Tyler look bad. Oh, look at everything he said before. And once again, it's just D'Angelo Wallis wanting to claim the moral high ground and be like, look at me, guys.
Whoa, buddy. This is the tweet that seems to have gone the most viral. A Swiftie posted with no real caption, just a bunch of question marks, garnering over 250,000 likes. Lyrics to Tron Cat from Tyler the Creator. And so, I mean, I feel like reading this out loud is just ridiculous. But if I'm uncomfortable as a man who's not even referencing,
I'll read it.
I feel like reading this out loud.
Rape a pregnant bitch and tell my friends I had a threesome. La la. There, I read it for you.
It's just ridiculous. But if I'm uncomfortable as a man who's not even referenced in the scenario, I can really only imagine how other readers felt about rape a pregnant bee and tell my friends I had a threesome. So
look, you read it. Congratulations. Also, you're a man.
Yeah, that is a crazy lyric. A larger, and I mean much larger context is missing. And once again, this isn't some 25-year-old guy or 30 or 40-year-old guy saying this. This is a 19-year-old edgy kid from 2010. Times were different then. And I absolutely hate when they bring old shit from the past and bring it to today's standards and what is okay and what's not okay. That's like taking Slim Shady lyrics and then reading them and being like, excuse me, Eminem, you said this? It's called an alter ego, you fucking idiot. You could be disgusted by it. That's completely fine. You could think this is cringe and edgelord vibes. Once again, that's completely fine. But the context here matters, and this is a character. I don't understand why we're bringing this shit back. It's been 15 years. It's just so annoying to have this conversation in almost 2025.
I agree, but and also like there is so much shit that was more acceptable back then, like in years ago, that is highly unacceptable now. Like there used to be the YouTube channel, right? I'm not sure if I actually remember the name of the channel, but I do remember the type of the video and the type of content that they put out. But let me see if I can find yes. So the channel is still up, right? And let me just. You guys remember this guy? You guys remember this guy? Have anybody in the chat, in the comments below, let me know if you used to watch this guy's content or if you remember this guy's content. Like, look at this. Unforgivable. Obviously, he's playing a character, right? Same type of thing. Same type of situation with Tyler and how Eminem was being Slim Shady and shit like that. Same type of character.
I went to Levine's yesterday, get some pants for me and my niggas. I was gonna steal them, I ain't had no money. Met a girl there, trying on some skirts. I was like, what that smell like? She was like, huh? She didn't know what to say. I was like, bitch, don't make me ask you again. Anyway, got her number. The next day we went to Chick-fil-A. Some place in the mall. When I got there, I was like, bitch, where all these people out here? She said, well, it's the mall. I was like, whatever, bitch. Give me a chicken sandwich and some waffle fries.
He even breaks character. Now he's obviously playing a character. Now in other videos, he does and says things that you wouldn't really, he says things that you wouldn't really say today. You know what I mean? He be canceled for some of the things that he says in some of these other videos. But it's a character he's playing. And this was 18 years ago. But if he was defining himself, and if he was still active as a YouTuber, I don't know if he is, but obviously I'm subscribed and I have notifications up. But I haven't seen any type of, update from this guy. So let's say he was still making videos and he found himself in controversy. People would bring up his older content, his older shit, just to point that at him and be like, see, this is you. Like, no, bitch, that's me playing a character 18 years ago in a video. The fuck you talking about? So, yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like people have a hard time letting the past go, especially when your past, it was a character, a fictional character. It wasn't actually you. This shit's crazy, though.
Cat is stemming from his 2011 album Goblin, and as Swifties discovered, it's just kind of full of stuff like that, actually. Here he is bragging about sex with quote-unquote no permission, smacking, kidnapping, attacking with axes, choking. Like, this is just absurdly over the top, but I think what really set people over the edge was a lyric about Taylor Swift, actually. Tyler swiftly slips his D inside of Taylor Swift's... But again, I'm sorry, I just don't want to read this. So, as always,
I'll read it.
Tyler
Swifty slips his dick inside of Taylor Swift's slit. Round trip in that pussy. Here comes the ticket. Bars, nigga.
Swift's. But again, I'm sorry, I just don't want to read this. So, as always, when any artist gets called out for something, their fans like clockwork show up with the excuses. And so the working story that I was seeing from multiple Tyler fans throughout this discourse, besides your typical excuses of, it was 2011, he was only 20 when he released this. But no, the biggest thing they cite is that this is fictional. Tyler hasn't done any of these things, and he acknowledged even on the album that this was all part of a story. Here we have lyrics from a track on Goblins in which he says, hey, don't do anything that I say in this song, okay? It's fiction. If anything anything happens, don't blame me. They also cite the fact that Goblin is supposed to be shocking. After all, it's in the genre of horrorcore.
I mean, yeah, that's not the excuse. That's a fact.
Right, it's facts.
What are we doing here? Why are we trying to cancel people for stuff they did 15 years ago when they've matured and grown up? Isn't the whole point of calling someone out to correct them and stop them from doing that again?
One thing though, like, I can't wait for people to realize. I'm sure people have already realized, or The Weeknd himself has already said that all of his albums have been from the perspective of a character. You know what I'm saying? It's not really him. But yes, the character is a little based off him, but it's still the perspective of a character. Even The Weeknd does this. It's just the difference is that women, since they're the ones that are complaining about all this right now because of how Tyler One like took Taylor Swift off one of the billboards because of his great music. It's just that women like The Weeknd's music, and so do men. And so nobody's looking at it, going back in one of The Weeknd's older lyrics, talking about, oh, you said this and this and this. You did this. You're a bad person. You're a misogynist. You're blah blah blah. Nobody's doing that but he's still playing as a character right now. You know what I'm saying? He's telling all of his albums have been from the point of view of one character that's been going through some shit. Actually, I think it's been multiple characters, but excuse me. It's still like, why do people have such a problem with someone doing music through a character, through the perspective of a character? What the fuck is this, man? Like, chill out.
Last time Tyler was this edgy was, what, 10 years ago? This is 15 years ago, right? 10 years ago? And we're still having this conversation of, but he said this. What, people can't mature? They can't grow up? Once again, Tyler has done a crazy change over the last few years. Stepped away from being an edgy kid, mature, and made good music. Much better.
It's not even that. He pretty much decided to stop playing the character that he was playing before, and decided to make music from his own perspective and, you know, from what he likes. He wants to make it as
music, in my opinion. What do you guys want from him? And I know that I sound like the biggest Tyler the Creator fanboy, but it's just like pissing me off because people say, we want you to grow up and change. You grow up and change. And then they're like, okay, so you did it, but you said this. And it's just like, you can never please these people. D'Angelo Wallis in this video is the definition of the average Twitter fucking loser. When his whole thing was being edgy and saying crazy stuff for shock value, you could dislike it, you could think it's corny, cringe, or just not for you, and that's completely fine. But it's called a concept album. It's called being a character. It's called having a story. You yourself pointed it out. It's like, what do you want Tyler to do at this point?
Weekly describes it as interwoven dialogue between Dr. TC and Tyler as he gradually spirals into insanity and murders all of his friends, only to learn that this all occurs within the twisted confines of his imagination. So if I could boil this narrative down into 3 words, it's not real is where the fans are coming from. However, personally, I have some problems with that. This whole satire and being edgy, wait, no, I'm not, it's just a joke, or is it? Super played out. And I really thought we had realized at this point that this was tired. Like, sure, in 2011 when Tyler was doing this, you could get away with saying things were just a persona or whatever.
No, because just like with any type of shows or movies, and everything, all of that in general, you've got characters or people acting as characters and telling a story. People can do that with music as well. That's what they are doing right now. Or that's what people are doing are doing that shit right now, like The Weeknd. That's what Tyler did back then. That's what Eminem did back then as well. There are people that are out there that are going to tell a story from a crazy perspective from a made-up character. And that made-up character is just into this crazy shit. So, just like with modern television, just like with modern movies, just like with modern comics, there's always someone playing a character. It's so when you say it's played out, then he must be saying that he's tired of television. He's tired of movies. He's tired of comics. He's tired of every way that people are using He's tired of all the methods that people are using to tell stories from another person's perspective that's made up, that's fictional. What the fuck, man? If you're so mad about that, then you should start boycotting fucking networks. That you should fucking boycott Disney then, bitch. Damn.
Honestly, this is just extremely cliche behavior that people use as an excuse to say the craziest stuff, and they often seem to take pride in the fact that normies can't tell whether they're being serious or not. I mean, here's Tyler talking about his song Sarah in 2009, a song about killing some girl and eating her body. Before I kill her, I have her tied up. Fantastic. Anyway, a lot of people are wondering if this song is about my true feelings or thoughts, or about a real girl, or what. If you're very close to me, you know. If not, dig deep through your imagination to find out. Am I a rapist, guys? I don't know.
There's no way this guy filmed this fucking video and edited it and put it out there. You know nothing about being an artist, and I'm not claiming to be one. I want to put it out there. I don't want to be as pretentious as this guy right now. Oh, this peasant, he doesn't know what it means to be an artist. Let me show you. I'm not a fucking artist. I'm a fucking YouTuber, okay? And I'm sure I'm gonna get a few comments. Oh, you're just a Tyler Dick writer. You're a femboy. You're sliding for him. Tyler doesn't even know you, little bro. My question to you, D'Angelo Wallis, if I may call you that. When you watch a horror movie, do you think it's real? Do you think, oh, that director is so fucking...
Boom, see? I'm glad he brought this into perspective, into the conversation.
Fucking gross. Are those his real thoughts? Is that how he would murder a woman or a man or a child? I hate these people that didn't even listen to the album and they're talking about it as if they did, but they know next to nothing about it. People like D'Angelo Wallis and the Twitter fucking losers will never be pleased. If you said that nowadays, sure, that's a whole different conversation, but most of the cringy shit people want to cancel him for is stuff he did when he was young and dumb. And if he was still doing it, there'll be one thing, but he hasn't done that.
Anybody who is trying to make excuses for this sounds crazy to anybody else. I'm telling you that as somebody who has listened to Tyler's music before. Not Tron Cat, by the way. I was apparently 13 years old when this dropped, but jeez, dude. And I think part of the reason this is bubbling over the way it is because this has actually been going on for years. People are trying to cancel Tyler again for old tweets. That wasn't Tyler tweeting, that was Tron Cat. Check your facts. Like, even if that's a joke, I really need people to think about the optics here.
Is this guy okay? Is this guy okay? That is clearly a...
I really need people to think about the optics here.
Is this guy...
Does he have eyeliner or whatever that shit is? Whatever the makeup that women put right here, like above their eye. Does he have that on? It looks like he does. Hey, I'm not trying to talk shit about it. I'm just curious. Because every time you blinked, I was like, am I seeing... Okay, I think I am seeing that. Anyway.
Is this guy okay? Is this guy okay? That is clearly a joke. I'm legitimately crashing out. I mean, at this point, Tyler, you better PayPal me like $200. I'm out here running the fence. I'm out here fighting for my life. Anyone could read this and be like, yeah, this is satirical.
Not only are we trying to provide context for why your favorite artist is talking about raping people in his music, but that explanation involves Tron Cat / Psych Kitty, a fictional entity appearing in the Bastard Wolf Goblin trilogy, which speaks to Tyler in his mind, telling him to do evil things such as murder, rape, and cannibalism. I'm so sorry, but if your explanation involves a cat head with a rainbow outline, cut out eyes, and an upside down cross on its forehead, you sound crazy right now.
He's trying to justify his disgust for early Tyler. I am not a huge fan of his old shit. I prefer the newish stuff. And if you were to ask me, yo, Oscar, what's your favorite Tyler album? I'd be like Igor or Call Me If You Get Lost. Once again, I don't understand what's wrong with this guy. How do you read the description of this character, of this entity, if you will, and you're still like, but that's problematic, guys. And if anyone that likes this is fucking insane. This is someone that's telling him to do the evil shit that Tyler is trying to fight. Listen to the album before you make dumb videos like this that just embarrass you. And even right here it says Tron Cat was foreshadowed in the ending of the trilogy. It's part of a story, fiction. And as a matter of fact, before we continue, I checked out the Tyler the Creator subreddit and someone asked, yo, what do you guys think about this video? This person says, I love D'Angelo, but I think it's kind of disingenuous to not point out the casual and not just overt racism that occurs on Stan Twitter daily while discussing this. Yeah, like I said, they were being extremely racist towards Tyler for no reason. It was just so stupid. This guy says, how many times can this conversation be had, bro? Tyler said some weird shit for the sake of shock value. We all know that. This person says, D'Angelo...
He didn't just say some weird shit. Even his, like, videos were weird. Like, didn't he eat a cockroach or some shit on one of his videos? Let me see. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can find that video real quick.
Fuck pass the number to my therapist. You tell him all your problems. He's fucking awesome with listening.
Yeah. See, he wasn't just saying weird shit. He's also doing weird shit. Again, playing out the character. The character. Artists like to be artists. DEI is killing art. People like D'Angelo are trying to justify the death of art. Holy shit.
Always pandering to Stan Twitter, missing the entire point that Swifties are the only ones making noise because Tyler is succeeding as a black man.
Also, speaking of Tron Cat tweeting, I'm going to be honest, the tweets in question are actually far worse than the songs, in my opinion. And by the way, this isn't Tron Cat tweeting. Tyler made no indication that these were not his real feelings. Selena Gomez is now 18, so she can now legally take me in her. You can read for yourself. Selena Gomez.
Take my dick in her fucking ass. That's what it said. That's what it says. I said it for you. There. The next one he's about to read, it says, Selena Gomez is gonna take my dick deep in her fucking pussy. That's what he said. Cool. Hey man, she's 18, she's legal now.
Gomez is gonna take me. I just want Selena Gomez in her mouth. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have Victoria Justice, Selena Gomez, Dakota Fanning, and Miley Cyrus and Selena are all going to take me whether they like it or not. Effing broads. Dude, I'm sorry if you're gonna sit there and tell me this was normal behavior in 2010. Click off the video. You're probably gonna hate the rest of it. You know,
it's edgy content. What the fuck are you talking? That's what it was back then. It's edgy. Of course he's gonna get the people. Of course he's not being truthful. He's not saying that he's actually gonna do this and force himself on these people. He's just saying that because it's edgy and it's funny. People are like, huh, it's funny. Like, he isn't actually gonna, like, come on, man. Like, how do you not see that this is the character? This is still the character. This is still the character. How do you not see that?
Darn well that a 19-year-old tweeting this was unhinged. And it's like, I can already hear the excuses. Music is just music. Are you gonna get mad at a Marvel movie because they kill people? You've never tweeted anything bad when you were 19 about raping people? No. But go ahead and explain away the fact that he talked like this in real life. This is like old stuff that I feel like most people haven't even
It's still the character.
Seen.
Old stuff that people haven't even seen. This has 2.2 million views. Oh, no, guys, you don't get it. Only 2 million people saw it, so a very small amount. Now, going to the tweets, are they cringe? Yeah, and I'm sure Tyler will be the first person to be like, yeah, that was really fucking cringe. And he's owned it, okay? He's apologized for this. To me, this is just D'Angelo Wallis being like, look guys, I'm a good person. And Tyler was very evil back in the day. Not only when it comes to tweets, but in his music as well. He was the devil. Huge Karen energy.
So now we move on to the next fan excuse. He apologized. First of all, let me clear something up. Y'all might want to stop saying he apologized, because me desperately trying to find these valid apologies that supposedly exist, that is what actually led to me finding these other horrible clips. Like in this essay defending him, which has thousands of likes because this is kind of the standard defense. The tweets that he dedicated to Selena Gomez are highly disrespectful and out of place. However, to be fair, Tyler has apologized many times and stated that he's very embarrassed about the controversial things he said in the past. And I'm going to be honest, Tyler the creator does not seem nearly as apologetic as even I thought he was. Like on the song Manifesto, which he released in 2021, which I think is his most commonly cited apology, he says, I came a long way from my past. It's obvious. Internet bringing up old lyrics like I had that. Where's your address? I could probably send you a copy. I was canceled before Twitter, protesting outside my shows. I gave them the finger. And he says, I was a teener tweeting Selena crazy stuff. I didn't want to offend her. I apologized when I seen her back when I was trying to F Bieber, Justin. To my understanding, and y'all are gonna have to pull receipts on me because I am open to this possibility that I have missed it, but this seems to actually be the only apology he has ever offered for Goblin.
He doesn't owe you or me or anyone else an apology besides Selena Gomez. It's that simple. It's literally
and apparently he apologized to Selena a couple times.
Right there. Like, he's reading it, and yet he's like, yeah, that's not enough. I don't give a fuck if that's enough for you. The apology is not for you. I hate that I have to do this, but it literally says, apologize when I seen her. That's a person that he was being weird against, right? What else is there to say? Do you want him to apologize to you because you feel triggered on Selena's behalf? Like, what do you want? I don't think this is a good enough apology for the rest of the album, guys. And he didn't apologize to me personally, so I'm extremely fucking triggered. Are you hearing yourself back right now? You want him to go to your house and be like, yo, D'Angelo Wallis, man, I am so sorry that you had to see those lyrics. I'm sorry you are offended on Selena's behalf, even though Selena and I have fixed it or deal with it.
Apology he has ever offered for Goblin. And he doesn't really seem very apologetic at all. Like, yeah, if he offered...
I see why some of those Twitter comments were saying that D'Angelo just plays out to the, you know, the Twitter fan base of people. And I think that D'Angelo just says what people, like, they think people want to hear instead of saying what they actually want to say. They saw Swifties, a bunch of girls going crazy about, you know, Tyler the Creator, knocking her off the Billboard 100 or whatever. And they figured they would go harass Tyler the Creator, call him a bunch of racist shit. But even in D'Angelo's perspective, it's still Tyler's fault. Like, they're still criticizing Tyler the Creator and some of the older things I said in their music, some of the older things they've done, and they're saying that's not enough, when the only reason y'all are mad at him in the first place is because he made good music that people listen to. That's fucking crazy. And yeah, I agree with the Twitter post of that D'Angelo is literally just making videos for Twitter people. He knows there's a lot of Swifties out there. He wants them on his dick. And so he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make a video trying to pander to these Twitter Swifties who are mad because Tyler the Creator made some good music that everybody enjoyed and ended up knocking Taylor Swift off a list or some sort or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video for those Swifties because the future is women or whatever, bruh.
Her an apology, that's great.
Are you blind, dude? I mean, are you seriously blind? You can't fucking see the words, the lyrics? Do you want me to sing them slow? Even if he apologized, he did. It's not up for speculation or debate. He did. He said it.
If he offered her an apology, that's great. Needless to say, Selena Gomez wasn't the only person he was talking about, though. And it all kind of seems to be wrapped up in an excuse.
This guy is gaslighting himself. I think I figured this guy out. He reads something, he pays no attention to it. It's insane. This is the guy people are taking seriously. D'Angelo Wallis is the whitest black man I have ever seen. Right next to Logic. I've seen the rest of the video and...
Hey, come on, bruh. Come on, don't do Logic like that, bro. Logic, you don't disrespect Logic like that by trying to compare him to D'Angelo Wallis or whatever. Don't do Logic dirty like that, bro. Logic deserves way more respect than that. Come on, bro. Shit. You heard that song with him and Jordan Lucas, man? Come on, man. Don't disrespect Logic, bro. Come on.
It's just giving me a fucking headache. I don't want to waste your time even more. The rest of this video is just coping. And guys, check this out. Guys, look at this. Look at him here. Look at him here. And coping and coping and coping. Long story short here, guys. People are trying to cancel someone for stuff they said 15 years ago. Oh, look at this person. He did something edgy and cringy 15 years ago. Let's crucify him for that. Let's be racist against him for that. Just because you listen to Flower Boy once doesn't really make you an expert on all things Tyler the Creator, all right?
Facts. That was a good video. I wasn't sure what we were getting ourselves into, but it's pretty much how people, well, Swifties get mad that Taylor Swift isn't consistently at the top and that someone, a black male, knocked her off of some list or whatever. And so these Swifties feel like they have the right to go and harass this black male, say a bunch of racist shit about him. And then you have this one content creator who's like, I see this going on. I'm going to make a video because It's what's being talked about right now, and it'll give you some views and likes from these Swifties. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna feed off them real quick. And then so that content creator made that video, and now here we are. And it's like, why do people have such a hard time trying to look at the artist and their art and trying to, especially if the art was made with, if the artist was being a character while making that art, but they have such a hard time disassociating the artist that was playing as a character with art that they made as that character. And then it's like, if this continues, because now I'm worried, because if this continues with our world and our society, then it won't even be acceptable to do art eventually. Because first it's people are going to have a problem with you doing art as an artist, like you playing a character as an artist and doing art as that character. People already are having a problem with it because they're going back to other shit that you did as that. Anyway, next, who knows what it's going to be, but eventually it's going to be, how dare you do art? How dare you express yourself in that way, shape, or form? And it's crazy, bro. Like it's crazy. But as always, link to Sensitive Society and link to the video that we just watched will both be in the description below. So be sure to check out Sensitive Society. And while you're there, don't forget to do those 3 things I like to ask you to do. And like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. And you know what it is after that, in case I don't see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace. Much love to you.